So you sit down to practice, play a few favorite licks, run some scales, flip open the real book, noodle over a backing track, and 45 minutes later, you're not much better, and you still can't play the tune. You see, it's not about how much you practice, it's about how you practice. Today, I'm going to show you 3 practice secrets that working jazz guitarists use so you can stop wasting time and start seeing real progress. I'm Dr. George, making jazz simple so you can play more and think less. If you don't have hours a day to practice, this is the video for you. One of the problems is that most guitarists don't understand what practice really is. When I taught guitar at Johnny Smith's store, he was there every day and he always had a guitar in his hand. But one day he was getting ready for a gig and he looked at me and he said, I hate to practice. Well, I replied, but you're always practicing. And he said, oh, that's not practicing. That's learning something new. A lot of players will save this for the end of their practice session, but really, that's where you start. You figure out something, a scale, a lick, melody, chord progression, and then you decide how to play it. You don't have to perfect it. That comes next. Now that you've figured it out, this is where practice comes in. Practice isn't endlessly playing scales and exercises, so that can be a part of it sometimes. Practice is working on something you already know how so that you can play it better. It's solving the technical problems, and it's also repetitive and not a little boring. But the rewards are worth it. Playing is also not practicing. Playing is when you let everything you've learned come together. You can't be thinking about what scales to play or evaluating your playing. Now you want to try to do this at least once per week, either with others or backing tracks, and then enjoy the moment and have fun. If this is starting to make sense to you, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified about future videos. Now let's talk about how to practice. Here's something I've seen with a lot of students. They're working on a song and they start at the beginning and then they come to a difficult part. And they fumble through it or try it again once or twice and then they continue. And they repeat this process over and over. Not only are they not fixing the problem, they're actually practicing mistakes. And you end up spending most of your time playing the easy parts. Most technical problems can be narrowed down to a measure or two. And once the problem's located, practice it repeatedly for 5 minutes, laser focused. If it needs more, take a break and do 5 more minutes, or just do it daily until you get it. So let's see how this works. Now, I'm sure many of you have worked on Autumn Leaves. It's a great tune to start with, and for the most part, it's pretty easy. But there's this 1-2 measure section that can really throw you when soloing. You're cruising along playing an E minor, and then in the last 8 bars, you run into this chromatic progression. Now, a lot of players just ignore it and kind of work their way through an E minor, and that works, sort of. But if you want to be able to nail it, you'll have to work it out. So we start by learning something new and come up with something like this. Then we practice it, repeating it over and over again for 5 minutes. Now make sure you always play it perfectly because we don't want to be practicing mistakes. Once it's up to tempo and thoroughly learned, try to use it while playing. And if you can, it's now part of your vocabulary. And if not, it's back to the woodshed for another 5 minutes. The 5-minute solution also works for scales and patterns. You don't want to fall into that trap of making scales a goal instead of a means to a musical end. When I was young, I practiced scales for hours. It helped develop my technique, but it didn't make my solos better. That practice time could have been spent a lot better. Practice the scale or scales that you need for the song that you're working on. And avoid endless scale practice. 5 minutes on one scale is fine. This last one is one I talk about a lot. All too often I assign a song to a student, and when I first hear them play it, it's pretty clear they haven't listened to it. But Joe Diorio said listening should be 50% of our practice time. That's tough for us as we get older, but you need to find the time to listen as often as you can. And when you're practicing a song, take 5 minutes and listen to one version of it before you start to tackle it. You'll often gain a new perspective and some inspiration. So now you know what to do. Separate your time, fix small sections, and listen first. What most players still don't know is how to turn that practice into a plan that fits their schedule and the tunes they want to play. That's what we do in the Jumpstart Jazz Guitar program. We look at where you are, what you're working on, and I'll map this out for you. Use the link below and grab a spot for a free trial lesson.